I love this feature. It is so cool. And I feel like the teacher in me loves that I get to have this. So that's super exciting. Happy Monday, guys. I just wanted to come on here with some of my thoughts. I hope your Monday has been going very well, especially with the time change. I'm not trying to use the time change as an excuse, but today it definitely threw me off and I was very loopy and my focus was very bad and it was definitely out the window and it just really took everything in me, and I honestly had to pull a Philippians 4:13 and I was like, Holy Spirit, I can do all things through Christ who strengthens me, because my level of focus today was just out the window. So I told myself that I was going to come on and do this live because I was going to do it on Saturday. But Saturday, I took like a 5-hour nap and I just obviously did not wake up in time to do this. So I'm trying to do it today. And I feel like this topic is something that a lot of people have a challenge with and maybe don't have the language to articulate. And also I feel like this is something that has been coming up a lot lately, especially now that I've been doing a lot of my one-on-one branding coaching, and I find that this is a common thing. So I wanted to come on and talk about it. So I have my notes here so we can be quick and straight to the point, because if I don't have my notes, I literally go all over the place. Okay. So the topic I wanted to discuss briefly today is how to avoid imposter syndrome when creating and selling your coaching offers. And it doesn't also have to apply to coaching offers, but I am speaking specifically right now to coaches and course creators. So the first thing, and I love this note situation here. It's so cool. Okay, so the first thing is, and also too, let me know if you feel like this is like, even before getting into this, if you feel like you are having a hard time selling your offers, creating offers, they just feel like there's some sort of dissonance. There's something that you feel like is holding you back from actually doing it. And so one of the first things is to sell only what you have embodied. Okay. And what does that mean? Only sell things that you've mastered. Only sell things that you know. All right. The biggest mistake that a lot of us make is that we learn something and we may have an understanding of it. We may, understand how it works. We may understand, how to apply it, but we ourselves are not the ones that have mastered it. So we then take it and then we end up creating something and we end up selling it. And this is kind of why we feel either weird about the offers that we create or weird selling it. Okay. So that's the first thing. Only share something that you yourself have mastered. You may not have taught someone else how to do it just yet. That's okay, because at that point you do have to start somewhere. But if this isn't something that like the back of your hand, or a transformation that you have achieved and taken yourself through, then don't sell it. Okay? And I'm going to break down kind of some examples on, what that looked like. So I guess to give you one now, Instagram, I have been selling Instagram since 2012. So it's something that I've done in my other businesses. I've had like 3 or 4 other businesses along the way. So in my circle, in my sphere of influence, in my network, people know me and come to me for that. However, right now I am learning how to do Facebook ads and Instagram ads. Conceptually and contextually, I understand Facebook ads and Instagram ads, but sorry, off, it's just so cute and distracting. But am I going to go now and start selling it? No, not until I know that I'm like, I totally get this from, I've totally mastered this. I have my own unique spin on it. I have my own unique take. That's at the only point then I would start to sell it. But if it's something that I'm still in the midst of learning, I'm not going to sell that, but I will sell you all the other things that I have mastered beforehand. And this is, again, how you avoid imposter syndrome. So another thing to think about is that people want to buy where you are now, and they want to buy what it took for you to get there. And if you sell this, then it's going to help you avoid becoming or feeling like you're an imposter. And a lot of times we downplay the transformation that we have achieved. So it could be like a mindset that you've achieved. It could be a weight that you've achieved. It could be a business milestone that you've achieved. It could be something in your relationship that you've achieved, whatever it is, whatever you've personally taken yourself from here to there, and like you're in that place now, we often downplay that. The reason why we do that is because our minds are focused on the next thing that we're doing. We are focused on the next achievement. So we're comparing ourselves to everyone else on this next achievement. And so we forget all of the things that we took, all the ways that we've learned, the shortcuts, and our unique take on our transformation, and we don't realize that that's what people want. Like, you don't realize someone wants your starting point, and then someone's at your where you were, and they want to be where you are now, which is your current starting point. We think where we are now is not good enough because we're on to the next thing. Meanwhile, there's like thousands of people that want to just get to like where you are now. So if we sell where we were and that transformation to get to where we are now, it's going to help you avoid feeling like an imposter because you have mastered it as you are on the way to the next thing. Okay. So that's very key. And again, a lot of us definitely forget that. And what we can do is that we can break our offers up into micro offers. So where you were to where you are now, there's probably different steps and different milestones, and you can break those into micro offers along the journey. And this is really good because it's information overload in the age that we live in. And a lot of people really just want quick, short wins. So if you take this big transformation that you've achieved and you break it up into micro offers, one, you're going to always be able to remarket to people because once they finish one thing, they're going to want to move on to the next thing. You're going to also be able to build out an offer suite, and you're also going to be able to help your audience do win stacking, which basically means it's a psychological thing where when they achieve one thing, then it builds that internal motivation and internal momentum. And if you were the catalyst for that, then they want to go further along the journey to the next thing that you have to continue to build on that. So that's why it's good to break it into micro offers instead of having this really, really big, like a massive transformation. Okay. And then, of course, I'm not going to get too deep into this, but making sure that everything that you sell has a very clear, specific outcome and a very clear, specific result. Okay. So this is another way also how you scale with your offers, how you scale with your sales strategy, how you scale with your marketing strategy. Now, if you are testing a new offer, something that you haven't necessarily sold before, but like you yourself have mastered, and now you want to, help other people do it. Two of the ways that I like to do it is I do like to charge for a beta, and then I also like to give it away for free. So I have learned it really depends. It really is true that people pay to pay attention. However, I do have a lot of people in my network, a lot of colleagues, a lot of friends that I know their work ethic. So generally, whenever I test something and I give it away for free, I give it away to someone that I know is actually going to do the work when I give it to them for free. And I never give a new offer away for free to strangers because, again, people pay to pay attention. So usually what I do is then I just charge a beta, which is generally just a reduced rate. So if the program's normally $9.97, then I'll charge between $197 or $4.97 in exchange for a case study, in exchange for getting the testimonials, in exchange for walking them through the process so that we can get the kinks out of this new offer. So that's how you test your new offers. But again, doing these steps really help you avoid the imposter syndrome. Okay. So selling only what you've embodied and then testing your new offer, making sure that it now works. So not only does it work for you, you now have the capability of making it work for someone else. Okay. So that's really key and that's really important. So like I talked about, generally we downplay where we are now because we're like, that's not good enough. I don't know if people want to buy that. You can still sell, you can still talk about where you're going. You can still talk about the next part, right? Because you're going to constantly be evolving. And once people start completing your offers, they're going to be looking for the next thing. However, talk about it. Don't sell it until you have mastered it. Okay. So you can still share where you're going, but until you know that you have that impartation in your mind, you're like, okay, I know this. I know how to do this. I know how I've achieved a new transformation. And not only did I achieve a new transformation, I have my own unique way of doing it. Then you package that up and you can sell it, because now at this point, you again are selling exactly where you are at. And then as you continue to evolve and continue to grow onto the next thing, the next level, the next stage, you can continue to share that, right? And then as you embody, master, package, sell, and you repeat the process. Okay, so Doing this, guys, I'm telling you, is going to really help you, again, avoid feeling like an imposter. Because we sell things that we have not mastered, things that we have not embodied, and then we downplay where we're at. And like I talked about, it's like where you are today is what someone wants to pay for. They want that transformation. Okay? And so again, I've been literally selling Instagram since 2012. So this obviously is a new brand, but like if you are sort of in my network and space, I have had multiple brands. A lot of them were sold anytime the API was changed, but Instagram has always been my thing for whatever reason. I don't really know why. And so anyone that's in my circle, in my network, I still to this day get constant referrals. When people think about growing Instagram accounts, they come to me because of what I've been doing. So I have mastered one space, focused on one space. Then when I jumped into the coaching world in 2020, I have been literally selling the same thing. And when I say same thing, it doesn't necessarily mean the same offer. I am talking about something that I have mastered while I am learning other things. So as I'm learning Facebook ads, as I'm learning Instagram ads, maybe one day it'll be something that I sell, but just because I understand it doesn't mean that I'm going to like jump on and create an offer and sell it to you because I have an understanding of it, right? Like it's not something that I have mastered. However, I have mastered branding, and I have mastered certain things in that branding marketing element. So that's why then I have created a new offer to sell that part. And then as I am evolving and going to the next stage, going to the next place, my offers carry my customers along with me in the journey. Okay. So I'm going to just recap how to avoid imposter syndrome when creating and selling your coaching offers. Okay. Sell only what you have embodied. People want where you are right now. Don't downplay where you are right now. You've achieved a certain transformation in your life and you've gotten yourself somewhere. They want to know how you did that from your unique perspective. Okay. And then break those, that transformation that you've achieved where you were and where you are now has probably has micro steps. So break those into micro offers so that you don't overwhelm someone with the amount of learning, right? But you also get that psychological win stacking so that they achieve one win and they're like, okay, what's next? And they keep going, which is again, a really great way to remarket. It's a really great way to scale with your offers. And then by that time, you're going to have a full offer suite that cohesively makes sense along a customer journey that you have embodied. So now people can come in wherever they're at, on the journey, right? So it's going to just really diversify your marketing. And then anything that's new, make sure you test it, okay? Because just because you've mastered it as a coach, you want to make sure that you can actually teach someone else how to do it. So I always recommend only giving it away for free to people that you know are going to do the work. And then for strangers and people that you don't know, sell it at a reduced rate. Usually, again, like I said, I like to do a beta, which basically means that I am testing it live in real time so that I'm getting the kinks out, because what I think people need to know, maybe my audience isn't receiving it that way, then I can change it in real time. So that way I can ensure when I go to sell it at full price, not only do I have case studies, I have like made the best sort of execution of that process. Okay. And then lastly, you can still share where you're going, because we're always constantly going to be evolving, and it's going to be, more offers that you're going to be able to provide, because like I said, once someone's done with one thing, they're going to want the next. But share where you're going. And until you have truly mastered and embodied it, and you're like, yes, I can talk about this like the back of my hand, I have my own unique spin and take on it, that's when you package it and sell it. But do not sell that like beforehand, because then the imposter syndrome is going to kick in again. Okay. So hopefully that helps so that we can get rid of imposter syndrome in 2023, because I really find that this is one of the root reasons why people struggle when it comes to selling. It's not that they don't have a sales process or they don't, know how to, package their offer. It usually is that they honestly shouldn't be selling. You shouldn't be selling what it is that you're selling. Okay. So let's keep that in mind. And if you found, let me know if this was helpful to you. Let me know if you want to talk deeper about this topic. Offer creation is something that has been tinkering around in my world. And, I know how to make offers, but again, I just don't think that it's my expertise, even though everybody keeps asking me about it. But maybe that's something that, I have to talk to the Holy Spirit about. But yes, let me know if this was helpful. Let me know if you have any thoughts on it. And then, of course, share this with a friend, maybe someone that might be dealing with this. And hopefully this information will be helpful to them. And then let me know that you share it so that I can thank you. So that's it. Happy Monday. Hi to everyone that has joined. Hi to everyone that took the time just to even poke in and say hello. And that's it. I don't know when I'll be back. I don't know what the next topic is. I do have a list of topics, but honestly, I'm just really trying to go by how I feel, because after I took a shower today, I was like, I do not feel like doing this. But I was like, show up, Terry, show up. So I did. So anyways, oh, and last thing, shout out to all of you who make reels, because reels are really, really hard to make. So a round of applause. A round of applause for my reelers, because I don't know how y'all do it, because that is a skill within itself, okay? And you should get paid for every penny if anybody asks you to do reels for them, because it's hard. It's hard, and I don't know if it's necessarily my zone of genius. All right, so that is it. Let me make sure I can save this, and I'm going to save this, and I'm going to pin it into my Reels tab. And that's it. So happy Monday, and I will see you guys next time.